Nigeria runs a general election cycle of 4 years, and since the last election was in 2023, the next will be in 2027. Although the next general election is well over 18 months away, the political atmosphere is gradually getting charged, with politicians realigning and political parties galvanizing ahead of the next election season. Some of these activities have recently manifested in forms of coalitions, National Executive Committee meetings, and change of party leadership just to reposition for the next election. However, some politicians and their supporters have also been engaging in what the Independent National Electoral Commission describes as premature campaigns, which it warns politicians to guard against.
As we speak, INEC does not have a list of candidates nominated for the 2027 general election. So, on what basis will you be campaigning for one individual or the other? So we try to caution Nigerians who are engaged in that, although it's like a veil. They don't say it directly, but we have heard and seen certain posters in certain places, and we feel that it is not yet time for it. Section 95 talks about 150 days, not campaigning before 150 days before the election. And then there's another section that talks about that says that campaign shall be carried out according to the regulations of INEC. So you have those two sections of the Electoral Act. It means that before 150 days, you should not engage in campaign. And we are drawing the attention to that please, you can have your conversation. It is within the right of Nigerians to discuss issues, but don't go beyond discussion. Don't begin to campaign for one individual for one office, because we don't even have the list of candidates yet.
Nigeria's Electoral Act 2022 made adequate provisions for political campaigns with clear timelines. Sections 94 and 95 of the Act provides, among others, that election campaigns shall commence 150 days before polling day and end 24 hours prior to the election day. The Act also provides that a candidate or the political party shall campaign for the elections in accordance with regulations as may be determined by INEC.
As far as the Electoral Act,
Human rights lawyer Mr. Femi Falana, who featured on our political program Politics Today, describes the recent actions of politicians ahead of the 2027 general election as illegal.
as far as the Electoral Act of Nigeria, Electoral 2022 is concerned, the ongoing electioneering campaign is illegal, totally illegal. It's also diversionary. Because what Nigerians expect now, what the law provides for, is governance of the country without distraction.
Beyond the legal implications, a political analyst describes it as destructive and undemocratic.
A situation in which 2 years before a general election, both the ruling party and the opposition party have now pivoted not to discuss core and fundamental issues of governance, but to discuss electioneering. It takes away that core element of democratic accountability. What they are doing in essence is devaluing what I describe as the utilitarian concept of democracy.
Nigeria hopes to go to the polls in 2027 to elect a president, governors, national and state assembly members for a 4-year term. Until then, what many citizens want is for those in power to focus now on governance, while the opposition parties prioritize constructive opposition that checkmates the policies and powers of incumbency.